Good evening, people. Just quickly tell me if the mic is fine. Just putting it slightly down. The mic was a bit loud though. I had a bit of a red bar over there. Good evening, all my fellow Eskimos who forgot their jackets in the igloo. That's what it feels like down here in Cape Town. I'm sure old Vos and Morne Phillies and Nico Libbe and all the Cape Townians, Kelvin, they're sitting there with their sheepskin slippers, also having a nice hot cuppa joe to warm themselves up on this flippin' cold day. But yeah, no, it's raining very nicely down here in Cape Town. I doubt we'll ever have a water shortage within the next 3 years at least, with the amount of rain which actually fell. Our dams must be filled to the brim, running over. Anywho, Warren Dean was first here. Good evening, everyone. He says, Naand almal, hoop dit gaan goed. Arme poor old Dion has been smacked by the flu virus in the ass. He has got a bit of a flu going on over there. And then AKS is here as well. Good evening, AKS. Morne says, yeah, there's Morne Uka, Morne Nico. Lekker snoogie, probably got the heater in front of them, or the wife keeping them nice and warm. Who's having a bit of brewski tonight? A bit of a whiskey or a soetiekie, a bit of muscadel, OBS. Something like that to keep yourselves warm. There's Della Ray's inside the house. Yes, bietjie vroeg vir 'n slag. Nice. Della Ray's made it. He got off tonight though. He can watch nice and calmly. Hello, Vape Town. Dion Danhou says, dankie Nico, gaan môre maandag so 'n bietjie laat, so 'n bietjie plaas toe. He's going to the farm. Sweet bananas. Charles van Niekerk in the house. He's a bit late. Normally Charles pitches up at 2 o'clock the afternoon already and then hangs around. But yeah, he's a bit late, but he's here. Comforts is in the house. There's a Bigfoot. We've got Bigfoot. For those who think that the abominable snowman does not exist, he has joined our chat. He is here. There's Guy W. Guy W has wisened up. He has wisened up. Because there are a few people that have actually listened to that American reviewer who says that this is not worth anything more than 3 out of 10. Oak's making a huge mistake. This is a very nice mod. I really like this mod. And as I said, the threading on this door, for you guys who've got the Hyperion, even though this is one of those type of doors which I do not fancy, but the threading on this thing is amazing. I mean, you just press it, boom, and it catches. It's absolutely a wonderful mod. I've got to say, after using this, I mean, every show which I probably have, the past 3 shows, since I received it, I've been using this as a daily, together with the legend of, obviously, with the beast, the Tauren beast on top. But yeah, I think the best 3, according to me, the top 3 21-700 mods has to be the Boxer, which I got, the 75C or the 100C, if you decide going to get it. Wonderful mod, as well as the Odin, the nicest 3 21-700s mods currently, which I have used. Put it that way. No, I actually forget another one. I'm definitely going to bring in another one there. It's because these guys are all in a mid-range, put it that way. Then there's the Daney 21-700, of course. I cannot forget about the Daney, which houses my K-Fun. And my K-Fun has got new glasses, new tanks. Remember, I think, I don't know if I told you guys, I actually broke the tank which is on there, but it was weakened. Out of all the years of usage, it had these little fine hairline cracks in it. It wasn't glass, it was probably PVC or Perspex or some kind of thing like that. But yeah, it snapped, and then Nico made me 2 new ones though. So that's awesome. So Guy W, congrats on your Hyperion. And I hope you enjoy it as much as what I do. I think it is an awesome mod for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, I almost think Rob Fisher also got himself one. And that is good. That is good. But I'll show you, Rob Fisher has found himself another piece of hardware which he is incorporating in one of his mods, which has become a part of his rotation, he says. So yeah, that is good. It brought the billet box out of retirement. And I'm sure some of you guys can probably guess what it is, né? Julle mos 'n klomp slim bliksems daar so in chat. From slim manne. So yeah, Bigfoot, welcome over there. Force Legend X, Kali he says he's on the Kali X and it's got banana milkshake. I must say that those one shots which we tested from Flavor Mill, The lime, for you, most of you probably have tasted blimey. It is not the blimey type of lime flavor. As I said, I prefer the blimey type of lime flavor, but this one's more of a fresh, a real lime slush type of thing. A fresh fruit skin lime. Almost like, as I said, it's basically in a Wera lime, key lime type of situation. So if you like that, it's definitely an option to go for. I like the vanilla milkshake. I like it more than the other one which I actually purchased. This one, I like it more than I do this one, put it that way. And then the chocolate is actually very good. The banana is very good. The strawberry, I'm not a huge strawberry fan, but when the strawberry goes down well, it's a different type of strawberry milkshake, which is almost 80% of the market, slightly different there. As I said, if Nesquik had a family member, I posted the reviews on eSig SA of 4 of the juices which I put up reviews so far, but you guys can go and read the reviews. Yeah, there is some ice in there, not a lot of ice there, but if you vapor in something like Force did, no, it wasn't Force, Niku, no, not Force didn't taste it, Niku tested it, and he said he didn't find any ice, but he tasted he decided to test it in MTL, in an MTL device. Then you're not gonna get ice. The less air you put through the thing, the less prominent the ice actually features though. So the ice will feature in gazonkies like this. There you will notice the ice, but it's not Blimey's ice. It is, as I said, I would guess my best guesstimate would be 0.4 to a 0.8 range of WS32 or 23, put it that way. So yeah, but I mean, it's fairly nice for local milkshakes, I've got to say. It's not too shabby, Nigel. The one I don't like though is the bubblegum milkshake. That's not my type of bubblegum milkshake, but I got to say, I haven't found a bubblegum milkshake which is the type of one which I'm looking for. I think the one that closest got to it though is the one from TKO. Got to be honest about that. So besides the Arbiter Solo, which is still on the Hyperion, and besides the Legend with the Tauren Beast, and yeah, I'm still using this above the Legend 2, the L200, because I do prefer the feel of this guy. I like the fact that it's slightly more bulky, it just feels better in the hand. Nothing against the version 2 there, but I just like this guy more. If they rubberized the other one like they rubberized this one, it would have been bigger of a win in my books than it currently is. And of course I've got Blimey going in here. Of course I've got Blimey. And then I've actually got my Dufpo V still over here because I've still got some juice in there, which I'm trying to vape out at a 5 volts. There you go, and that is one of the juices which I actually ordered from overseas. Me and Calvin, we ordered 20 flavors, 10 milliliter one shots. I ordered 10, he ordered 10 different profiles, and now we're slowly but surely testing them. But so far, their lime slush one shot, as they call it, the green slurpee one shot, is probably the best of them which I have tested. But it's still not that lime slush which I'm looking for. Still not there. But in any case, so that is what is inside there. And then this guy is just finished. Still got a bit of juice in there. I'm still using the feeling. But I put in that lychee, which I put in last Thursday, which Nico decided to give to me. These bastards. These things. This is the honeydew. But then there's the lychee one as well. Now, I think there's the lychee. Now, I doubt I'll be using any more of these. I think everything which Nico brought me has been binned so far, except 3 things which are still standing over here. I can understand why he gave it to me and did not use it for himself. The bliksem. But in any case, no, not to be ungrateful, but I'll keep it there and maybe just throw it in one of the free spin of next weekend. And then you guys can test it for yourself and decide whether you like it or not. But no, it's not for me. I think I want to try and live till I'm 75. So I'm going to give this a skip for sure. But thank you very much, Agnico, for that. Zahir Jardine is here. Good evening all. Yes, hierdie manne, dis net groen oral. Greens and blues. Who did we decide to make a moderator? Where Timothy Victor. Somebody has nominated you to become a moderator. There you go. Now I'm going to put, because you always here in any case, and he got the deal of the week, which he sent me earlier, because no one else sent me anything, but luckily his was a decent deal. So yeah, that is something nice which he actually got himself. Okay, I think I made him moderator. I'll check that out. Any case, Yannick Albertus is over here, Henry Landsberg is over here, there's Zach, I hope you saw the photo, because Zach is still looking for a cabinet, and there was a very posh display shop in Claremont which actually had a display, very nice display, but I think it's a bit over the top. It's a beautiful display, but it's extremely heavy though, and it's only got 3 tiers on the inside, but it's also got downlights, and I think they wanted 2,500 for it though, but I'm not sure whether Zach Damon bit on that one, but I did send him through the picture which I took from Facebook ads. Anywho, let's quickly check there. There's okay, I must somebody over here. No, I didn't. Henry Landsberg says, good evening all. Hello there. There you go. Okay, what else I've still got? I've still got this guy with the Torin Max. This is what I actually used. This is very nice RDA, the Torin Max. Really, really nice. But yeah, and I was vaping at a comfortable 89 watts. I was testing those milkshakes with this setup. And that's how you need to test juice. Juice, high wattage, and a lekker low profile RDA with bottom airflow. You can't just beat it. You can't beat it. Definitely not. Super tat. Okay, South Prawn, there's South Prawn as well, is in the house. Mark Richardson's there. Greetings all. Monefili says, wat dink julle van die Cree 24? I like the Cree. I still got my Cree. I've got no problem with the Cree. I know there are people that enjoy it, and there's people which advertised it. I actually saw them. One thing which I'm being seen at IBCD, which I see being advertised now currently is what's that thing about Mike Vapes, that RTA, the Eclipse? I've seen 3 people advertise their Eclipses, and that's after not even a week of probably using these things. But I didn't think that the Eclipse didn't excite me at all, that side airflow. So no, not my cup of tea, definitely not. But in any case, if you might enjoy the Eclipse, as I said, I'm just a bottom airflow guy, man. I'm a bottom oak. And then if somebody is purchased, because I see Inked Vapor, Jurgens has also got the fat rabbit in. So just let me know what you guys think of the fat rabbit if you actually got it. It'd be interesting to find out what you guys, whether you liked it or not, whether it's fairly similar than others. Not sure. Pierre de Kok is in the house over there. Pierre says, there's Bigfoot says 90 plus Fahrenheit here in Ohio. Damn it. Henry Landsberg, our dam is at 12%. Jesus, waar is jou dam? Jou dam in die Karoo. Nico bring vir my ook hot chocolate. Nico's on hot chocolate. Now I'm on a lovely cup of coffee. I like, if I mix my coffee, I enjoy. I'm an old school man. I grew up with Rick Coffee, and I know Rick Coffee is most regarded as a common brand, né? Like people who go and shop at Pep stores, that people get grouped into the same group as what the Rick Coffee drinkers is. But I mean, that's how I grew up. I grew up with Stokies. I'm not sure if you folks can remember Stokies. So yeah, no, we weren't that well off when we were young. So now our parents bought at Pep stores, but we never had a problem with that. I mean, ons is nie geworried was 'n klas ballassie. So any case, what else I've got over here is this. No. First, let me show you this. Oh, look at what I started up. There's it. The P67 Rio. And this is probably one of the nicest. Has to be in the top 10 mech mods out there, sponkers, I must say, regarding build quality. This would still be a classic, and on top of it, obviously, a Hadley with a custom hands drip tip. That's still over there, but yeah. Kyk hoe lekker vape Mr. Hadley, né? I still rate it probably one of the best 22 millimeter squonking RDAs out there. This guy is just amazing. This Hadley. Yeah, perfect airflow for somebody like me that don't enjoy an open direct lung too much. So I'm more restricted direct lung. Dig this oak. This oak's lekker, man. Lekker. Lekker op 5 plekke. And then we've got this. There you go. And this will probably be reviewed this weekend. And up for grabs will be this next week. I will put this up for a lucky spin. This is the Drag S. Now the only difference between the Drag S and the Drag X is the battery. That's all. This car can take a 21.700, 18650, 21.700. It's got an adapter with it, but that oak's got an internal battery. Otherwise, they're very much the same. And there is a few new features on this, but I'm not too excited about this, to be quite honest. There's nothing wrong with the TPP flavor. There's absolutely nothing wrong. The flavor is great. And I got no idea why they did what they did. Just want to show you something. The coil which is inside here is a 0.15 ohm. Ne? The coil which is inside here is a 0.22 ohm, white collar. Okay. Now, this guy's at 90 watts, and this guy's at 90 watts. Okay. Let's check out this. This one first. They capped the bastard. They put a voltage cap on the chip again. And I've got no idea why you would do it if they include a RBA mode. Now it's got a smart mode as well. But what's the point of an RBA mode? Just check out the clouds at 90 watts. Nice, ne? Now check out the clouds at 70 watts. Nice, ne? Now check out the clouds at 50 watts. Hope you guys are noticing something. That even with that 40 watt jump, there's not a big difference. So yeah, unfortunately it is capped. But they've got some nice new features on this though. As I said, it's just a pity about this. If they included a adapter, which apparently they would have, which when I saw this guy for the first time and went to go and read up on it, they said there was an adapter included. So I was hoping that the adapter would be to go in there, so that you can actually put a 510 on there. But no, not at all. There is zero adapter that has been included inside the package. All you get is a manual charging cable, 2 coils. That's what you get, and this as well. So in any case, but I will review it this weekend, and it has got very nice flavor. If you don't mind vaping at their recommended, then this is a nice device. But unfortunately, I'm looking for the other components, being the type of vapor which I am. So yeah, it's a bit jammer to man. It's a bit of a bummer. In any case, good evening everyone. There's Timothy Victor's there. There you go. There's Timothy. Timothy's blue now. You see that Timothy is blue, and Warren Dean's blue, and Charles van Niekerk is blue. Kom ons kyk, wat is daar nog? No big deal, but tomorrow I've been vaping for 4 years now. Yes, man. I can't even remember when I joined the forum, because I think I was vaping for about 5 months before I joined ESEC SA forum. So it might have been in 2020. No, I can't even remember. But I think I'm at 6 years now. 6 years. So that is brilliant, Timothy. Just keep it up, man. You don't need that smoke. As I said, the guy, he WhatsApped me. Remember I told you last week about this bloke which I need to try to get the contact. Okay. Nico hier one shots vir my gebring. Okay. Nico said, Agfor says Nico brought the one shots to him to try as well. I want. Damn, how did I miss this? Yeah, Zach, it's because you must ignore. You must already bought from me what you wanted now. You must don't need me anymore. One shots, dit is die banane wat ek nou wyp sal reviews die na die naweek vir jou gee. Cool. So that is nice, yeah. So the concentrate which Flavor Mill actually sent me, I made, and then what was left was about half of each of the bottles, and then I gave it to Niku, and Niku mixed up half of that, so a quarter basically, and then he gave the bottles to Force. So Flavor Mill is actually getting 3 people's reviews instead of 1. So that is very much lucky for them. Lucky, but as I said, go to eSeek SA. They created a Flavor Mill milkshakes review topic, and you can go and read the reviews of the various people. I know Timothy also posted there, and I think Delaray Stein, is it Delaray? Posted there as well. But yeah, go and check out. There's just little Roy's in the house. There's like a pisco daar so by die see, nee. That Roy is staying probably 150 meters away from the ocean. So yeah, they must be getting cold over there. There's Mujahid Padayatsi. Yes, so man. Welcome. Hi, Shaul, Anthony Bass. Hi, everyone. There's Anthony Bass. Can't remember if I've seen that name before. Welcome, Anthony. I go flavor blind a lot. Good evening, Kaizo, and good gents. Mahmoud Malek. I just posted Mahmoud Malek decided to test another one of my fruit juices besides fruity, which he really enjoys, and blimey, which he enjoys. So I decided to brew him up some pear and lychee combination, which I think he would enjoy, with a few secret fruits in there. And it would be interesting if he would be able to figure out what those fruits are. Ek is besig om my banana te wyp, daar's definitief ice, and yeah, Force, you should be able to get ice in all of them, not if you're MTL though. But yeah, no, there is. There's Martinez. Good evening, Martinez. Tianus Mulder. Good evening to you as well, Tianus. Would you recommend that milkshake range specifically? No. I would not recommend that milkshake range for MTL. No, it's not strong enough. It is very nice for direct lunging or restricted direct lunging, but I wouldn't. I don't think there's enough. Obviously, you can probably mix it up at around. What did I mix it? I mixed mine at 17%. I'm not sure whether Niku pushed these up to 20%, but I think the recommended was 20%. But I'm sure if you want to mix it up probably at 22 or 23%, yeah, then you can go for MTL. Definitely, yeah, you can go then. The chocolate would be nice in MTL. The chocolate and the lime. The lime is going to work in the MTL as well. I think the vanilla would be slightly a bit muted there, to be quite honest. The strawberry will be probably slightly muted, but I think the others are potent enough. Zonkies in e-liquid. Clearly your definition of zonky nut. Mine vastly. Zonky nuts. Are you still mixing juice? Yeah, no, Bigfoot, I mix juice. Everything at the back over there. All of them are concentrates. It's concentrates all around me. I mean, I can show you. Check out all these concentrates. Everywhere there's concentrates. There's net saucies, and there's my scale. And by the way, I got myself a very nice new scale. And hierdie ding al weer bietjie spasties. Kyk nou hierdie koppie van my. If you guys want to order a scale, I got myself a backup scale from Black Vapor. When I saw it, I was very happy with it, and that's what it actually looks like. It is a very nice mixing scale. Check them apples, man. It's a mooi oukie, man. It's a mooi dingetjie. And the reason why I wanted the scale is because it has got 2 digits after the comma, and that's what I like. That's how I mix it. Hierdie doppie het eintlik 'n maklike manier. Earlier I just quickly pulled on this little doppie and it almost came. Okay, there, it comes off automatically. But yeah, I haven't got batteries in there at the moment though. But you can see Black Vapor very nicely over there. But it is a very nice, and it takes 3 AAA batteries. Not AAA, AA, pen lights. There you go. 3 pen light batteries. So I'm not sure if they still have in stock, but I would, if you're looking for a scale, put it that way. I think this is a lovely scale. I like very nice. For in case my scale packs up though, because I'm still using an old trusty. This guy I've been using for this guy for 5 years now. This Okie. And he's still working. He's still working. But I don't know for how long. I don't know for how long. So, or someone will check. For sure. Okay, Arihanto also received, I wonder what Arihanto thinks. Arihanto, what do you think of Mr. Nana? Do you like Mr. Nana as much as what Shaul enjoys it? Because I mean, I enjoy Mr. Nana as well, but I love Mr. Nana as a MTL. There's my MTL Mr. Nana. Check lekker donker is hy nou al. That is with 12 milligrams of free-based Nick, but that's Mr. Nana. So I just made him a direct lung version of Mr. Nana. So hopefully he enjoys it there. Keizer Swambo wil weet of jy 'n bless is. Sy sien jou nooit sonder hoodie. Nee, ek sê blessie. Nee, ek het 'n mooi turf, jou mooi haar op die dashboard. Nee, ek sê blessie. I just like wearing a little cap. Nee, ek smaak 'n kepsie. Ek dig 'n kepsie. Swambo. Okay, welcome to the Spanner family, Timothy, because you are awesome, Tim. Congrats, Tim, you spinner. Anthony, because you're perfect for the position. Yeah, I don't understand why. Timothy, don't you want to be a moderator? I mean, you can't control these oaks. You can get this superiority complex. And if somebody's got anything against you or says something, just boot the bastard, man. Just get him out of here. You got that power. You got the power. So there's lekker. No, Timothy, a moderator doesn't basically do anything. You just chill. You just get a blue name. That's all you do. But yeah, we don't have dodgy people on this channel. So you've got light work. Mr. Mufu to you. Good evening, Mr. Mufu. Recoffee is not coffee, sis man. No, but what I wanted to say is I mix the Recoffee with Jacobson's. And then I get a very nice flavor. I enjoy that now. Because Jacobson's on its own, my wife enjoys Jacobson's. And is it Jacobson's or Jacob's? Jacob's coffee. But that's very nice. So, hi Liesel. Good evening over here. I hope you managed to contact Nico to ask him about the pure flavorings, what he suggests. But yeah, I think the apple and peach is what I enjoy currently. As jy coffee drink, dan drink jy seker Valjapie ook. Hey! Sê jy as fout met Valjapie. No, I don't enjoy wine though. If I had to drink wine, I would drink a red wine. When I studied at Stellenbosch, I met somebody there. The oak's name is Willem. I still remember his name. But I never knew what the guy is. I mean, I never knew he was wealthy, put it that way. But this oak got a liking in me. So he invited me to his house. And actually it was outside Stellenbosch, it was a farm. And it was a moesehuis on that farm. So he invited me, we go over there. They've got one of those huge snooker tables. I mean, I was a good pool player. But if you're a good pool player, you're not necessarily a good snooker player. I mean, your angle, you've got a lot more lenience, forgiveness on an angle on a pool table because the distance is a lot shorter there. But a snooker table is something different. But I'll never forget that snooker room. I mean, they had these medieval swords and armor and what's that thing with the ball with the spikes and shite on there. Everything, those things are all. There was medals. It's just old stuff. Obviously his dad was a collector, but his dad passed away, so obviously all the stuff was his. But what I wanted to say is, we were talking about shooting tarantale. Now guinea fowl, tarantale, I think it's guinea fowl. And is it the guinea fowl in Engels? But then we went out with the .22s and we shot a few guinea fowl for the workers on the farm. And I asked him if I can keep one for myself because I had a Labrador. I stayed privately with people in my second and third year when I was studying in the back, and they allowed me to actually keep a dog. And then I wanted to braai the tarantal for the dog. And he asked me if he can come along. I said, sure thing, for sure. And then he brought a couple of bottles of red wine with. And so kuier was lekker op hy rooi wyn, papa. And what I did, there was an old chair. One of these flimsy pipe type of metal chairs with that plastic weaving shite. Those things which normally break after 3 or 4 months, man. So we modified that thing and stuck it through the tarantaal and basically made a type of a spit situation. Ek druk sommer uit dink dwars deur die tarantaal se poephol dat hy sommer uitkom by die nek. And then every now and again we just turn the tarantaal on this metal that's gone through him. And all spice I've got is aromat, which is all spice which you basically need. Is chili beef aromat. Oh my word, it's good. So we were drinking lekker and spitting this thing after we obviously pulled out the feathers and things like that. I got a bit of respect for my dog and cleaned out the tarantaal and so on. And then you start tasting. You start tasting the tarantaal to test it to see if it's ready, if the dog's going to enjoy it. You know how lekker that tarantaal was with that red wine. the dog just got the bones. Toe maak ek en hy nippel na 2 bottels rooi wyn. Toe vrede ons my tarantaal lekker. So we finished that guinea fowl. It was lekker. So red wine I can still drink, but white wine I just can't. Ek sukkel met daai ding. Lag ek nou lekker. Okay, where we now? Delaray, I keep the dodgy people out. Yes, that's right there. There we go. I'm on base. Steel, Nancy almal en Maninne. Good evening, Steel. Can't even compare them. Nant Liesel Brand. Keizer, kan jy dalk kyk na die Vaporesso Gen kit en jou opinie daarop gee? I know there's a lot of people that like the Vaporesso Gen. I enjoyed it in the beginning. I liked the Vaporesso in the beginning, but to me it had a type of a plastic feel to it. It just felt a bit cheapish to me later on. A type of plastic which I don't like, man. But the biggest problem which I had was the discoloration at the top. And for some other reason, because you heat up your atomizer while vaping, the coating which they had, or the paint which they actually used, Lord knows, the dye which they used, or whatever, was probably sensitive to heat. So slowly but surely you had this discoloration ring forming around your atomizer on the Gen. So I didn't like that though. I didn't smoke that. I'd rather get yourself, man, get yourself the Geek Vape, the version number 2, the L200. That and then get yourself a decent atomizer. So yes, hello manna, 90 watts ish. You're gonna burn a second lower office. 90 watts is nothing. Look what I got. Looky. What is this? I told you, my man Maurits came through for me. He ordered this most. Oh, yo. Now, okay, it's not going to focus now. But this is the serial deck for my Asgard 30mm. So now, my crafty friends at White Collar Coils, which has got superb collars, by the way, superb collars, coils, and even Rob enjoys it. There you go. Even Rob enjoys the coils. And I'm going to show you a picture. I'm not sure what Rob meant, whether he actually was responsible for the new name of a new white collar coil which is coming out. But I'll show you the picture which he sent me there. But yeah, he says because it's his favorite Disney character, that's the name he chose. So I assume it is a request which he put in. And then White Collar Coils, Quentin and Carlos, those two guys behind White Collar, they probably decided to bring out this specific dimension coil. But I'll show you that picture just now. So yeah, but well done if you named it there, Rob, dan is hy lekker. So yeah, but the idea is, what I asked Quentin is, he must just make me a single coil which comes out at 0.28 ohms. Because the idea is then to obviously run them in dual inside the series deck to get around 0.55, 0.56 around there. Because then if you take dual 21700s, because it is a para series, the hog which I'm using, so you can obviously just work out the voltage of two of the 21700s, which is basically normally 8.4, but give or take per voltage drop, let's make it 8.2. So at 8.2 volts with a 0.55 or 0.56 coil, you should be vaping at around 120 to 125 watts, which I think is great for that specific setup. Because remember, I was vaping at it with a 0.45 or 0.46 ohm coil, which meant that I was vaping close to 150 watts on that thing, and that was just too much for me there. So if I can bring it down to that 120 watt level, sweet bananas. So Quinton, my man from White Collar Coils, is currently working on a build for a coil to come in at 0.28. So that would be great, but I'm so glad that it is here, nice and safe. It cost a lot of money there. I think I paid in total 1,300 Rand for this thing, for the series deck, after import taxes, after shipping, and yeah, not that the thing's expensive. I think it's about $25, $26, but it just shows you to get something into South Africa reliably, fast, safely, you're gonna pay for it. But it's just one of those things, man. I decided to do it just because I got this thing from Lost Vape for free, and this is 2,000 Rand plus mod, and I got the boxer for free because I still haven't heard anything from Ginger Vapes or just Ginger Vapes. After I emailed them and said I received it, even though it's 11 weeks, I'm still prepared to pay for it though, and just never heard back from them. So because I got that, I can splash out a bit on this. Good evening, Kaiser, says Anton Visser. And all the spanners and buggers in here. Quickie for me tonight, in and out, busy with school projects. Yes, enjoy it and don't be too naughty. Yeah, school things are keeping me busy. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel though. So my grade 10s tests are done, marked. Grade 11s tests are done, marked. Grade 12s, paper 1, prelim paper 1, 150, and I've got 58 grade 12s. They marked. It takes ages to mark them, and I'm halfway with their task, 50 mark task. So I'm definitely seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Only got 10s and 11 practical still to go. Then I'm done for this term, and they better not take away our holiday. I think a lot of teachers are just going to decide to strike, I'm sure. Gen is nice. Ek het die gen. Any gen is. There you go. Dion says he's got the gen. So yeah, there you go. Never Kaiser, big fan. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much, Zach, for not ignoring my video. The Lime one is getting lots of love. I'm glad, Liesel. Vinagra Vape. There you go. Hi, guys. Thank you very much for joining, Vinagra. Ooh, what's fruity? That pear and lychee sounds amazing. Would be right up my alley too. What alley you're referring to? But Liesel, yeah, you must know where I stay. You can pop in there. I got made an extra bottle of it. I made an extra bottle of fruity as well. I just needed another label. My last label went on to his bottle, so unfortunately that one does labelless, but I've got a spare one over here which you can come and taste. No props, man. Of course, you've seen me here before. I'm not a regular, but frequent. There you go. Nico says 15%. Timothy says 50%. We are one spanner short tonight. Arihanto, yeah. Arihanto's too busy testing his Mr. Nana. I can see a catchy soundtrack to go with the title. Shit, I married the wrong Willem. Yeah, that Willem had a lot of money. They were well off. But I mean, I was never a fan of a lot of money there. I mean, I talked to my kids today at school about that though. That you can't ignore money. I mean, you get these snowflakes which says money isn't everything, and blah, blah. What you gonna use to pay your bloody taxes? What you gonna use to pay your levy and your electricity? Are you gonna barter with bones? No, so money is definitely important. But I'm not one of those guys who aspire to have a Ferrari inside my garage. I'm happy with my Toyota Auris. I'm a minimalistic type of person. But what I want, if I've got a pen which I write with, then I try to get myself a quality pen. If I've got a torch, like this little bugger which I've got over here, and even a koplampie, I got myself this koplampie because it takes an 18650, and this thing is scared, Papa. Check all like, woo, Nee, hierdie ding is morsig. I'm not going to show it directly. So now I know I don't have to buy anything else. I've got a great one. And the same with the torch. 18650. There you go. Lovely torch. So I don't have to buy another torch. So that is hunky-dory, man. But that's how I am. So otherwise, man, ek is 'n plain Jane, man. Jy kan maar sien. Kyk wat trek ek aan. It's brandless Pep stores. Pep stores. Okay, guys, my vrou nie vir my goed gekoop het. My wife didn't buy my clothes. I would have looked like a bergie, I'm sure. But that comes from my dad. My dad had these underpants. I'll never forget it. These underpants, which old school underpants, which the old people still used. Which is, how can you say that? You didn't have to pull down your underpants to go and pee. It had this type of a slit, which you just pulled away, and then your totty would come out through that slit, and then you can pee. But he would wear those things that had started sagging, and he always walked around in the house when he was going to bed, and he stood up to go and do something. Then he would be in his underpants. But the thing was so saggy, his balls. So one of his. I think it's the right one, which never stayed in there. It always popped out and hang outside this loose undie. But my dad was one, he didn't mind, man. I mean, he wore what he had. And then he knew it was going to get dirty because he was a guy who liked it outside, working with his hands and stuff like that. He was the first guy in South Africa, by the way, which built a Golf, which took out the engine in the front of the Golf and built it in the back to make it a rear wheel drive Golf, which they used for rallies. He was the first guy to do that. That oak was so wise. Let me tell you something else about my dad. He purchased a plane at a certain stage, but I was very small. It's probably because there were only 3 of the sons, and he could probably still afford something like that at that specific stage. Before we started causing so much damage that he couldn't anymore. But he was driven up. He got a lift from somebody up to Johannesburg. That's where he bought the plane, somewhere in Gauteng, in Transvaal. And when he was driving up, while the oak was driving, he was the passenger, and he studied the manual for the plane. And then he flew the plane down. He's never been a pilot. Never. But that's how that oak is. He was so logic and practical and so quick to grasp something. He reads the manual on the way to Joburg and then he flies the plane back. Dis Bali. Nee, ek is baie trots op hom gewees. Hy man het baie kop gehad. Oh, daar's Arianto. Arianto's back. I see my thing is jumping over there. There's Arianto now, I see. Hey, thanks for the birthday wishes. Arianto's braaiing tonight. Lekker man, Arianto. He's probably, if I would guess, if I look at the man's nice smooth skin, Arianto, I would guess you hitting 42 now. 42. I'm not sure. But we can go for it. Happy Ari. So yeah, hope you have a great evening, Arianto. Don't burn the meat over there. Don't let the oaks hold you up over there. Go and do what you got to do. Okay, we're quickly going to go over to the slideshow, and there's the first picture. Now, the reason why I've got that picture up, because Rob Fisher sent me that picture, and I'm sure you guys know it's a Smok Nord 4, but Rob's got one of them, and Rob says, at last, a pod system to which you can direct lung. Now, yeah, but still not something which I would want for myself, though. If I want a pod system, I want something which has got very restrictive vape. But he's enjoying it. So if you're into direct lung and you like these all-in-one kits, there you go. There's something you can go for. And then there is Rob's billet box, which he brought out there. And that is the Insider. What's it? The Dufpo Insider, if I'm not mistaken. The Pioneer Insider. Is from Dufpo. But he's enjoying it so much above all the other bridges which he could have used. He enjoys that one, that he actually still using that billet box since he put in that bridge. I'm so glad that he actually enjoys it there. So there's something nice for your Pioneer fans is that as well. Skop nou is gat, thanks DRS. Tim X Young braai, 3-man braai is beter as no braai. There you go. Mahmoud Malik says happy birthday. Julle almal sê net happy birthday Arihanto. Happy birthday. Best miss you, but we will catch up. A huge happy birthday to you, Arihanto, says Roy Lawrence. Roy, you don't even know Arihanto, man. But yeah, no, it's nice sentiment, Roy. Just kidding. Just messing with you, man. Just playing around with you a bit. Playing around. I like a Vusi. I typically vape at around 7 watts. 20 on a dual. When you talk 150 watts, I poop myself. Yo, so you must be a very restricted MTLer. I mean, I vape my MTLs very restricted at 30 watts. Oh, this Arbiter is nice. I like this Arbiter. The Arbiter Solo, that is. I like the Solo more than I like the dual Arbiter. Older one. Mashitu Arihanto, have a dog for me and get the wenches to give you a birthday hug from me. Does a coil even heat up to 7 watts force? That's probably a 1.4 ohm coil or 1.6 ohm coil or something like that. JP Maton says, Oom's opinion over the Obelisk 200 watt. Don't like the look of the Obelisk. I see there is one, JP. If you're interested in one, on the classifieds, there's a guy that advertised the Obelisk. I saw it today. As ek mag vra jou opinie, waar is die beste plek om die Geekvape Ages Legends V2 te koop? Still, I think Ink Vapor has got, I'm not sure, but Jurgen should be in chat. He should be able to tell you, or somebody else that most often frequents Ink Vapor as well should be able to tell you. Maybe Nico goes to Ink Vapor as well a lot. So try them first. 7 watts is okay, but 20 watts on dual coil, that's how I roll. Anthony Bays at Liesel, you would need 150 watts if you're using blow draw to wind plain wire coils. And of 150 watts, not that bad, man. It's not that bad. The thing is, it's not going to be a long heat which you have. Okay, I missed, oh my lord, I missed, I somewhat jumped here to, here I miss ek alweer iets. Yeah, hey Kaiser, what do you think of the Blotto Mini from Vaping Bogan? The Blotto Mini, are you talking about the Blotto Mini or the Blotto single coil, the new one? I had the Blottos, but I didn't like the look of the Blottos, but I'm willing to give the single coil a go because it's MTL. So I'll definitely try that one though. But Arihanto is a huge Blotto fan. Well, a lot of people are Blotto fans. But I must say, I hear of more people that prefer the dual coil Blotto, the larger, the 24mm, than they actually do the 22mm. But as I said, the new one I will definitely try, the single coil for more restricted vaping. At Steel, you had to have to Google and see where the best price is. I think most vape shops will get the Legend. A lot of people have got the Legend already. Nico says, I vape at 28 gauge stainless steel 316 and I'm on 18 watts. Anthony Bass says 1 ohms Zeus Dual at 20 watts is nice. Not sharing my batteries with a torch. But Liesel, you're probably limited on your amount of batteries which you got. I've got a lot of batteries. I've got enough batteries. I dress like a bergie, woolly shorts and Bazinga t-shirt. Yeah, Rob has got the same type of feeling than what I do. For us, it's about comfort. It's about comfort and not drawing attention to us. So I don't wear those branded stuff that the people want to talk to me because they think I've got money. I'm not that big on talking to strangers in any case though. Ek is maar meer 'n rustige ou. Still ou. So yeah, there's that white collar. So Rob, you can actually say, did you come up with a name of that? Because you said that is your favorite Disney character, or was it coincidence that white collar called it the aerial aliens? Now remember, the only difference between that and the blues, which I enjoy, is the blues use 28 gauge instead of 29 gauge, and that is a 2.5mm diameter, whereas this is a 3mm diameter. So that's going to be great for restricted direct lunging. Great. And obviously that is why. But check it, even his name is on that sticker. So he must have bloody named the thing. White collar Rob Fisher aerial aliens. Damn you, man. Now that's awesome stuff. Now that I like. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Just shows you how much influence the guy has. Check out that meme. For you guys that are English, you don't understand that. It basically says that if you go on holiday, but you drive a Ford Ranger, I says, "Hey, man, vat 'n paar spare engines." I think there will always be this friendly competition between Isuzu, Ford, and Toyota. Most probably always. Because, I mean, often you see guys post videos where a Ford pulls out a Hilux out of a ditch or stuff like that, though. But there's always going to be this. But I actually like that meme. I think it is cool beans. It's nice. There's our deal of the week, which belongs to Timothy. Timothy says he smosed, or he dealed, he organized for a 50 Rand packet of biltong. Now, for you folks who don't know, that is Timothy's. He's a biltong man. He's a biltong man. For this oak to print out that skull, and then he just put on that 510 plate, and now he's got that very nice, unique skull at his stand. So yeah, he's nogal lekker. I almost think it would have looked cool if you painted, almost had that kiss, that Gene Simmons, that type of paint over the. I think it would have looked cool. But yeah, no, lekker. That's a nice at the stand then. Lekker at the stand. For sure, man, for sure. And there's Guy W's Hyperion. Here's it. All you need now is an arbiter solo on top of yours. And then you boss. Then you boss. Okay, kom ons kyk gou what is happening over here. Would you like to know JP DJ LSB has a nice review out on it? Lol. Geez, Kaiser. Hey, Uncle Kaiser, Uncle Rob is there. Clearly you guys suck harder than me. If you can do 18 watts on a 10 ohm coil, I use dual coils, Bazinga. Bazinga, Rob net Bazinga. Lies, you would need 150 watts if you're using blade. Nee, hy het ek klaar gesien daar. Alright, ja, jy moet ons nou weer terug op boontoe gaan. Tjie! Okay, let's quickly, oh my word, it's like somewhere, iets pin. Okay, there's the next one. And there is the Wismic Reload, the RXG, which I had a very shady photo of last week, but they've actually got a nicer photo now this time around. So that is the one color configuration. So if you decide to use the tank, it uses the coils obviously, you get a spare glass, and there are the different colors in which you can get this RXG Wismic. As I said, I would probably get the mod. I like the look, I like the button, the fire button of that mod. I won't go for the other two colors though. I will stick to the black one though. That's more tolerable. Try to say that thing when you're sober. When you've got a bit of a shanky in there, it's easy to say. Then someone goes tolerable. Very quickly. The BB is a stunner. The BB is beautiful. All Rob stuff is beautiful. You must see his garage. Rob, send me a photo of your garage so that folks can see how OCD you are when it comes to neatness. You guys can't believe how neat this bastard is. He's so meticulous. I mean, he's got his fishing rods over there, and his baits over here, and his nets over there, and his boats over here, and netjies, man, netjies. It lyk soos 'n vrou se handsakkie. Definitely, né? It's very, very neat. We were at school together, and Nico, who at school? Hi, look at this man. You and Arihanto were at school together. Where did you go to school, Roy? Jeez, like it. I thought you and Jan Kriel. Liesel Brand said, Kaiser, what coil do you have in the Arbiter Solar? I've got an Hex. I've got an Hex Alien in there from White Collar Coils. It is one of these jobbies. Just want to get my little Hex pouch it out over there. I've got one of these numbers in there. These oaks. So yeah, these are also 2.5 millimeter diameters, and they basically, like the one which you saw from Rob just now, which is 329s with 38 gauge. This one is 330s with 40 gauge at 2.5 millimeter diameter. So I think these guys are super. All I do is just remove one of the wraps. Bob's your uncle. And you get a lovely 0.6 situation. And that's lekker op 5 plekke. Yeah, that's nice. I'm an X-Camel Classic boy, and yes, I like it tight. So 7 watts does it. It'd be interesting, Anthony, just let us know what you vape on there. If what's your preferred MTL juice which you enjoy. I have 3 blotters if you're interested. Zach says he's got 3 blotters. He's got the mini, the OG blotter, black, and the stainless steel. There you go. Blotters are lovely. I wicked my big one about a week ago for the first time in ages. It made me cough, which I thought was weird. My favorite new, I love Ariel. There you go. What are these Ariels out at? 0.38 single, so around 0.19 on a parallel deck. Yeah, Toyota bly baas. I'm a Toyota fan. I dig my Toyota. I dig. Okay, there's the old Caliban. The old Caliban. The new little one which you've got. I'm not sure if you guys are Caliban fans, but I mean, since Caliban and Ewell is so well known, I thought I'd at least put that little setup there for you. Maybe you guys enjoy it. That little oakie is called the Caliban AK2 pot kit. AK2 pot kit. That's Hom's name. So yeah, there's him. And then we've got the new Kylan, which is out. And that Kylan's name is the Kylan M Pro RTA by Vandy Vape. And you can see it is a mesh. There, if you like your mesh. And the oak's got a very nice capacity, by the way. I think it's 24mm. That's what it is. Not my cup of tea, though. I'll give this one a skip. But you get a lot of people that are huge mesh fans. Yeah, Hyperion Arbiter Solo. This is the setup. This is the setup. And you tell me now, does this Arbiter look odd on this guy? Because that was some of the reviewers' complaints, that you've got this huge top and it makes atomizers look odd. But this thing looks perfect on top of this guy. I think this looks the boss. Very nice on top of this. Because of that bubble glass. I think this looks great. But yeah, so there's the Kylan. And then we've got this new number. This is what is called the Hover MTL RTA by Aviator Mods. The Hover MTL RTA. And if you have guessed correctly that those tubes along the sides, those are the airflow tubes. The air is going to go down that and then come up from below the coils. So those wicking ports along the sides are enclosed off. They're totally separate, sealed off from the airflow portion. So yeah, that is something new, if I'm not mistaken. I have not had an MTL RTA, which in any case I've got airflow like that situation. Definitely not. So yeah, that is lekker. That is lekker. And here's another newbie. This oakie is called, let's quickly check over there. This is the Ripley RDTA by Ambition Mods. That's what it looks like, and it's got weird names, special names for those capillary tubes, but apparently those are the best. It's not chains, it's capillary tubes. So it's got the perfect dimension, apparently on the inside, inner lumen, inner space, capillary, for the perfect tempo of juice pull upwards. Because you see your cotton, if you look at the sketch at the bottom right, your cotton, you don't pull down and actually goes into the juice chamber. You just let your cotton down horizontally, and then automatically those tubes, your cotton just lying on top of the top end of those tubes, and Bob's your uncle apparently wicks. So it would be interesting to see that, though, even though you've got side airflow, and you can obviously adjust that side airflow. I think I've got a picture as well of that. There you go. You also got different plugs. It's got dual airflow, by the way, which is sweet. But yeah, you can also run it from strict to direct lung to MTL. There you go. Being the 0.8s obviously, and the 1s, that's going to give you MTL. And you can plug off one of the sides. So even Rob can use this thing. He can also enjoy it there, because he most likes his restricted direct lung. But I'll give this, not a huge RDTA fan, but I'll give this guy a try to see if it's really, the capillary is really as good as what they claim it to be. because that is my biggest issue. What I normally had is getting your cotton saturated with an DTA, the way in which an RTA saturates it. So yes, let's kyk wat gaan nog hier so aan. 0.38. Okay, then we got Amarok, king of the buckies. Yeah, but Amarok is just too expensive. All those buckies are expensive. Like, they're damn not expensive. Ooh, the low is yummy. Yeah, that fire button one. Dig the fire button. The black one is okay. The others look a bit common. Yeah, the black one is the only acceptable one among the three. I wouldn't say it's a stunner, but I think it will be comfortable. It's just a pity they didn't make it a 21,700. Lord knows why you still bring out in this day and age 18650 single mods. Make it 21,700. I mean, that's not big a difference in size. I will do a photo shoot in the weekend. Off to fish. Lekker man, enjoy it. You must have big fish. But yeah, give us a few photos of your garage. I have a candidate that needs some. Agreed. Liesel, they are in Durbs. Rob, unfortunately not. He sleeps next to me. Thanks Dion. Fishing or OCD lessons. CDD. He doesn't need any help with fishing. The tidying up, absolutely. Kom ons gaan na die volgende een toe. This one has been released probably about three weeks ago, I assume, but not sure if I've showed you that before. But yeah, you see the cutouts on the bottom, right at the bottom where the 510 is. That's what the airflow intakes over there. And then you also, I don't think you can see it on these sketches though, but there's a hole along the side. And apparently this thing, if you go and watch Todd's reviews on this, then you twist the cap. It's got 3 positions. The one position apparently opens up the juice flow. The middle position, if you turn it to the middle section, you can actually pull it off to do your build on. And then totally to the one side is, I think it's where you open the juice port. So the juice port sits on the side. And so you must actually tilt it upside down to actually fill this thing decently. But you also do get an extension tube for this. That comes from Todd's reviews. I've screen printed it, and you can get that extension tube. And I think that thing, he says, holds 7 or 7.5 milliliters of juice. So that's got a nice huge capacity. But I like the look. I just hope it's not going to be an exorbitant price for this thing. But normally EVL is fairly expensive though. But I wouldn't mind that stainless steel one. Definitely not. I think it would be great. Just wonder if it's going to beat the K-Fun. I'm not sure. But you've also got various inserts which you can put in, which can actually screw in. So there you've got that. And then we are done. Just in time. Because it is 9 o'clock now. 9 o'clock. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly just go through a few of the chats. But that's a slideshow which I have for tonight. Next week we will have Rob. We will have a free spin. We will put up one of these drags. As I said, unfortunately this bloody thing has got a voltage cap. I don't want to test the drag S because maybe it's a mistake on this one. Doubt it. But maybe the drag S does not have one. But I don't want to test it though and mess up one of the coils though. I want you guys to have the complete package unused. Voila. Yeah, I won't use it in my review. I will just show it in my review. My preferred juice, 18 milligram freebase desserts and bakery. Okay. No wonder you vape at such a low wattage. I'm giving up on mesh. Yeah, I wasn't done with mesh. I think it looks awesome. Night all. Gonna shower and try to get sleep early. Cheers, Rob. Thank you very much for joining. It looks like the OG Caliban fan, but nothing used it in a while on the Fatality. The same. After Iris got I've still got 2 Calibans. They're actually lying over here, and I've got the small Caliban as well. This little cocoa pot thing, it's just lying over here. I'm not using it at all. I mean, it cannot replace these two. These two, I think, is way better than the Caliban range, especially the Nivox Feeling. I love the Nivox Feeling, but the Miso as well. I think Ink Vapor got in Misos, by the way, but it's very nice pocket little oaky. This just for that high nicotine, I need you now stealth type of situation. I like that Hover's look. There's a few interesting things which are coming out. That's lekker over there. Liesel says, sleep tight, Rob. Wish you tight lines for tomorrow. Absolutely. And bendy fishing rods. I like that. Look, the old intake had an airflow like that. Okay. Guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much, Charles. Charles always boosts this channel as much as he can. Liesel says the tank looks awesome in stainless steel. It does. I'm talking about the EVL or the others. That's damn early. Most time, that's not early. I wake up very early in the mornings. I should actually become a fisherman. I've got no issues waking up at 5 o'clock. My wife and my daughter has, definitely. But yeah. Alright, Oaks, I think that is that. I doubt if I've missed anything. I'm not a fan of the Ultim frosted glass section. Frosted glass is fine. It's an Ultim. You need an Ultim mod, man, for that actually to fit. I've only got one Ultim setup, and that's that new drone with the Nightmare Ultim on top of that. But that looks great. But otherwise, not an Ultim fan. Cheers all. Have a good evening. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. AKS, you're absolutely welcome. Dankie Keizer, lekker show, excellent show. Own Comforts always likes the show. Even though he doesn't like it, he always says it is an excellent show. So I do appreciate it. I'm going to have some macaroni and cheese and go and pluck and go and watch some YouTube videos and then hopefully doo-doo. And tomorrow night we're going to put a spatchcock on the fire. The whole family's here. My daughter and her boyfriend, my son and his girlfriend. My wife's in a good mood. So yeah, she's off. She's busy dieting for the wedding. Lord knows why. Yeah, that woman is beautiful. But in any case, so she's done with the green juice. Cheers, Oaks. Keep safe, and I'll see you next Thursday evening, because obviously I won't be interactive with my review this weekend on the Vupu goodies. And the other Lost Vape Thelema is probably on its way, but that's that from me. Over and out from Keizer. Cheers.